What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is a very, interesting, weird video that I'm making, and, I didn't want to, get it bust, like, the best straight, like, recording stuff for just, like, like, a minute video, but these are two of the, two of the brand new returning people to my Ground Zero universe mode. These two people were huge parts of the original. We got Aaron Mercer and Aaron Mercer. So, there's definitely a very big confusion over these two people. This person was one of the biggest heels in my 18 universe mode Ground Zero. I couldn't find him originally when I brought the universe to 19, but I finally found him. Someone uploaded him a couple days ago, so I'm happy I found him. It wasn't completely the original, but he had the same look. The person tried to make the attire as best he could. I had to help, I had to make the attire a little bit to the original. And then this guy, when I couldn't find the original Aaron Mercer, I basically downloaded a random Aaron Mercer I found. And this was the one I found. It was a big monster Aaron Mercer. So, I definitely got to somehow make a storyline on why this Aaron Mercer, right here, left. Then we had got this Aaron Mercer, and now since I'm bringing him back, I gotta find a way to have two people named Aaron Mercer. So it's gonna be a very interesting storyline for me to come up with. Both of these were phenomenal heels. This guy, he was one of my biggest heels in my 18 universe, but since coming back, I've made him a babyface. He's had one promo and one match since being back, and I've had him look as a babyface in both matches, just because I wanted, I wanted a little, change with him. I wanted a little change with him, as since he came back. I don't want him to come back and still be the heel that he was. I wanted a different path for him, and I think I could come up with some interesting stuff with him as a babyface. And then we got some other returning people into my universe mode. We got Tyson Kidd. Tyson Kidd, very big part of my 18 universe, so I'm excited to bring him back. Rich Swann, another dude that was big in my 18 universe, and I'm gonna be trying to find more stuff to do with him in the future. Now we got some debuting people. We got Matthew King, who debuted in a match against Jay Lethal, which, it was a really, really good match. And then if we come up here, Grayson Waller had a phenomenal match against RJ Smith for the IC title. So he's definitely going to be sticking around for a little bit longer. Effin Uno was a guy who I didn't have much, expectations going into his triple threat match against Braun Breaker and Jonathan Cruz. But oh my God, this dude was really fun to play as. He's definitely going to be sticking around for the future. And that is it for new people and returning people. And these two Aaron Mercers, I'm gonna find a way to use both because I want to use both. So I'm definitely gonna try finding a way to use both. It's just a question on how I'm gonna find a way to use both these people. And the question is, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna find a way to do it. And this dude I want to use because he was a dominant superstar. What I'm thinking about doing for them is Aaron Mercer is, of course, back. And now this Aaron Mercer is going to come back, return after months and months and months of out of action. I'm just going to say he was out with like a knee injury or something. And now he's back. He comes back, and it's Aaron Mercer and Aaron Mercer in the same ring. Two completely different people. Two one destructive person and one tiny guy. And then I'm going to use someone who I'm trying to use as a heel and babyface. He kind of works as both. Berserk. Berserk is a huge, dominant man. I've used him as a heel, I'm pretty sure, before in my universe mode, but I'm going to use him as a face for this, like, little rivalry. Because, you know, I think this Berserk can be, like, I like to use him as both, a heel and a face. Some rivalries he could be a face, some he could be a heel. It really depends what I need him for and the direction that I'm going to take him in. And I haven't had him in a match in a while, so I think this is the best way to have him finally in a match, is to have him in a match against Aaron Mercer, which is going to be a very destructive match. You know, I might even have Aaron Mercer versus Aaron Mercer in a match with Berserk, or maybe Aaron Mercer and Berserk, or maybe I'll have Berserk here, and this Aaron Mercer take on this Aaron Mercer in a 2-on-1 handicap match. I think that could be a good way to take Aaron Mercer's storyline as a whole. All three of those men could work phenomenal, or, you know, incredible in a little rivalry. You know, Aaron Mercer and Berserk taking on this Aaron Mercer, I think, could be a phenomenal match, which could set up a future match between Aaron Mercer and Aaron Mercer. I don't know I still don't know what I'm going to do with these people yet, but that's what I've got so far. But, you know, I'm hoping next episode the video quality will be back to normal. Without further ado, I was Sean. Goodbye.